Good morning, friends. Uh, we are going to hop into our Final Fantasy IV Ultima stream today. We finished defeating the Mist Dragon and Octomamm in our last session. This time we are about to head into the Antlion's Den and see if we can find the Sand Ruby for Rosa, who is suffering from desert fever. Before we get into that, though, I've just got a handful of little things that I wanted to share. Thank you to Chris and Richard who subscribed. And one second. Where did it go? There it is. I also received a Ko-fi donation from Adept Icarus, who says, "Thank you for making TTRPG Blue Sky a better and less confusing place." So thank you so much to Adept Icarus. That is always helpful. I went to the thrift store the other day and ended up with a really fantastic haul of stuff. So I'm just going to show off a couple of the things. I'm not going to show off everything that I got, but one of the things that I was really excited about was a 8-inch or 6-inch Voltron figure. It's fairly articulated, doesn't have the sword, and it looks like it's missing the little wing pieces on the back. But I thought this was a really cool find. I actually, I'm not going to pull it off the shelf and show it today. I might pull it off tomorrow during my Super Nintendo stream, or my Sunday night NES stream. But I actually got a 12-inch Voltron figure as well. It comes in 5 separate pieces, so one for each of the lions from Voltron. Unfortunately, that figure is missing the red lion and the green lion. So if I can find those, I would love to complete the figure, but it's about 12 inches tall and does have the wings. Unfortunately, it does not have the sword. My really good find of the day, however, was a 1983 Thundercracker Transformer. This guy was $2 at the store. I mean, it was just an amazing find. He is missing a couple of pieces. But as far as, completeness goes for these type of figures, this guy is in fantastic shape. I'm going to have to look up how to transform him. If you are familiar with some of these 80s Transformers, they can actually be a little bit difficult to transform. You kind of always feel like you're about to break them just before everything clicks into place. So I'm going to have to look up some instructions on how to actually transform this guy into his humanoid form. And once I figure that out, I might show him off again on a later stream. I did pass up on a really fantastic opportunity, however. Facebook Marketplace had this blinged out Jesus for $1,200. And, it was a really hard decision, but I had to pass on this one, as interesting and as fantastic as it was. So I did pass on the blinged out Jesus. I am still waking up this morning, and today I have my Final Fantasy coffee cup. I actually picked this up at a local convention, handmade by a pair of young creators. I don't remember their names right off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to look them up, but I might see if I can post that on my Blue Sky soon. It's a very, very cool mug. I'm gonna try to do this without spilling coffee all over my keyboard, but it's got so many characters from Final Fantasy. You can see it's got the Moogles and the Cactar, the Chocobo. So it's got so many cool things on it. Like I said, I picked that up at a local convention probably earlier this year. It might have been last year. I don't really remember, but it's a fantastic little mug and I love it so much. So we are going to go ahead and hop into our game. And this time I will actually transfer the source. Here. We have several people in the chat already. Stone Homie and Stone Home Games. Stone Homie says, "Are you ready to get some antlion?" I am ready. Stone Home Games says, "I love thrifting." Stone Homie says, "I had a few hand-me-downs, but they were always broken when I got them, stuck forever in robot form." Yeah, that is a problem with some of these old figures is, you know, pieces would break on them or they would get stuck in certain things. In this case, this Thundercracker figure has several pieces that are removable. And with the removable pieces, I want to see real quick. With the removable pieces, it's easy to lose them over time. So he actually had, I think, a couple of little missiles that would actually fire from the rocket pods underneath the wings. And there's actually a couple of additional fins that attach in a couple places. Let's see what we need to do to equip. Edward already has leather armor, leather helmet, and a ruby ring, and he comes with a dreamer harp. I want to say in this mod pack, or in this Romhack, it said that bards can equip bows and arrows. We're gonna stick with the harp for now, just to see how it does. With the dreamer name, I'm thinking maybe it puts them to sleep. So we'll try that first. Stone Homie said, or Stone Home Games says, "Careful not to touch that tonberry when you drink, bad things will happen." Tonberry and carbuncle, yep. So let's grab a couple more of these summons for Rydia. We used the Ramu summon the other day against Octomamm, and Ramu just totally nuked the Octomamm really, really fast. So that was very, very cool. Go ahead and use those. Rydia learned Ifrit. Ifrit, if you're not familiar with the Final Fantasy series, is a fire summon, and Shiva is an ice elemental summon. Normally, they do not exist in this game. I think they made their first appearance in Final Fantasy V. I think there's anything new that's said here. Cecil, don't leave me. So we need to go head to the Sand Lion's Nest. I'm gonna go ahead and move Edward to the back. Hold on just one second. I need to move my Kofi alert slightly out of the way. I can see things a little bit better. You do get them in this game? Okay, maybe you do. It's another Drew. Drew makes. Woo, I made it, and now I'm off to work. Are you able to continue watching while you're at work? We have two Drews in the chat. Spider-Man being with Drew. Okay. One last thing that I wanted to check. We do have enough for the Flandango, which is a new sword that I am not familiar with for Cecil. We're gonna grab that just to see what it does. Chippendale, does this version have the XP Guild bonus options and auto battle? As far as I know, it does not. It does have the ability to turn off encounters, but it does not have well, it sort of does, in that, like, there's an accessory called the gold ring that gives you 1.5 times gold, and it does seem like maybe the monsters have additional experience, just because characters have been leveling up a lot faster than what I'm used to. So I think it does have some bonus stuff in it, but it does not have an auto battle option that I've noticed. Drew says, I also work with a Drew who is beside me. We're everywhere. Drewception. Okay, we were gonna see about Cecil and the, if I can control my cursor, the Flandango and what it does. A Slime's Nightmare. Strong versus Slimes. It has only 7 attack. Compared, well, it's still kind of an increase, I think. Let's see. Flandango is still an increase over the Shadow. I guess we'll go for it. Chippendale says, okay, so it was built in. Sounds fun. I may just give this a shot myself. This is my first time playing this edition of the game. I'm very familiar with the original Final Fantasy IV and the 3D remake, but I have never played any of the Romhacks, so this is my first time with it. So far, it's been really fun. There were some surprises in the first stream. We fought a couple of bosses, including some that are not in the original game. Let's see. This is not Sandline Nest? I think it is. They have even made some minor changes to the world map and some of the other maps, so. Found a magic dart. Ambushed. Stone Homie says, is there any chance they made Edward good in this version? Man, I don't know. That's gonna be difficult to tell. Alright, so Cecil is poisoned. We didn't get to use it, but Edward has an ability called Salve, which looks like it targets all of our characters, maybe a healing ability. Oh, yep. Forgot about poison. I forgot that poison is persistent in Final Fantasy IV. Some games, the poison effects wear off after battle. Let's see. Turtle and an imp. I should have targeted the turtle. Did you pick up a dancing dagger? I think Edward can use it. I have not seen a dancing dagger at this point, so... They didn't have one for sale in the village, and I've not encountered one in a chest yet, so... Creams. Oh, that's right. Ooh, I should have. I guess I should have used a tent or gone to the inn before I came in here. Fandango should deal damage to the slimes though, so normally Cecil can only deal 1 damage to them. Okay, they cannot be targeted with the change rod. Let's try Sing. Oni, how's it going, man? Glad to see you in the chat. Ulting Harmony. That looks like it slowed him down. I have basically nothing that I can do with Rydia at this point because she's out of magic points. Her rod does nothing against them. Let's see if the Dreamer Heart does anything decent. Just parry. Tony says, glad to be here. I was expecting the stream to pop up on Twitch. Kept refreshing the page with no results. No, I stream on YouTube. I actually started quite some time ago just doing static videos on YouTube, and since I had started with that, I already had a little bit of a following. I just decided to start streaming on YouTube instead once I got enough internet bandwidth to be able to stream. So I haven't swapped over to Twitch, and I probably won't. Streaming is not really my major focus. Just sort of something that I do for fun and socializing and things like that. Ice is very effective against the turtles. I seem to remember it was in the original game too. Edward's salve ability is really nice. That is a substantial amount of healing. So, you know, he's probably not the most useful character offensively, but that healing ability is really nice because it doesn't cost me anything to use it. Turn him into a toad. So how is everybody doing? What are you guys up to this weekend? Any fun gaming plans, whether video games or tabletop role-playing games? We're getting somewhat close to Christmas season. Let's see, there's a way down there. Tony says, gotcha, but I'm in a similar boat. My schedule with Manon streams have been erratic, and I'll be doing one for the first time in a couple of weeks tomorrow. Stone Homie says, you have to appreciate Edward's value. That is true. You know, as long as he's not running away every 5 seconds, I'm okay with it. And Stone Homie says, if we don't play test tonight, we may play some Drunken Marble Rivals. Do you guys play all of your games drunk? Bunch of poisons. That sucks. Stonehome Game says I don't. So is it a one-sided drunkenness? Stonehome, he says, not you guys, just me. Oh, what crap, what did we get? I wasn't paying attention. Somebody tell me what I just picked up. Must have just been another item, because I wasn't paying attention to what I got. Heal and heal. Tony says, I'm currently remaking Cockatrice, trying to make them a bit more of a threat than the monster manual sets them. Stonehomie says, I'm the Ernest Hemingway of the duo. Oni, what changes are you making to the Cockatrice? I'm not super familiar with the 5e version of the creature, so not really sure what all needs to be changed there. Mid potion and monster loot. Okay, cool. Stonehomie, what is your drink of choice? What if when you hit it, it mirror images? Call it the cockatrice. I like that. When he says, going from a challenge rating 1/2 to a challenge rating 7, giving it more HP, changing its size, more attacks, and a bit more variability in being a primary and counter monster. Wow, so we're turning it into a terrifying, dire cockatrice, huh? Stonehomie says, I'm a dark amber ale fellow. Uh-oh, this is not good. Poisoned again. And Edward dies. For the first time. Probably not for the last time. This is the first time that we have seen a character death in Final Fantasy IV Ultima, and naturally, it is Edward. I probably should have leveled, Edward up a little bit before we came in here, but I'm so used to him dying frequently that it's not really that big of a deal. Weepers. These guys can put them to sleep, I think. Lightning. That wasn't hard. Grabbed another magic dart. Received a whisker. Sure do. Whip-like Death Whisker. Seems to be a combat item. Oni says, pretty much in their notoriety and appearances throughout video game media, they aren't just a chicken. They typically have ostrich-sized eggs and originally had both the basilisk ability as well as the petrifying claws and beak. Got a new rod called Tritok. Tritok was the name of a Esper in Final Fantasy VI, which had multiple elemental abilities. Has elements lightning, ice, and fire. Strong versus slimes and undead. So, considering that almost everything that we're running into is immune to the change rod, we're going to swap over to that. It does increase her attack power and her magic power. So, plus it'll be helpful against the slime enemies that we are facing here. That is definitely a new addition to the game, because Tritok Rod did not exist original Final Fantasy IV. Poisoned again. Curses. Actually pretty decent damage for Rydia with just the rod. Probably because the turtles are weak against ice. Dang it. Did Rydia learn heal? No, she does not. Chest up here. Oni says, also kind of criminal that basilisks are only challenge rating 3. Basilisks have always seemed like a monster that's pretty easy to scale up, though, in my experience. Ah, so the Dreamer Harp does make enemies fall asleep. Hey, what gives? It said that that thing was strong against slimes and did only 1 damage that time. I don't know what's up with that. Petrification is generally something they shirked away from in 5th edition, and weirdly made it mostly low-level monsters. Yeah, that was a little bit strange. That it's primarily lower-level creatures that have it. I kind of understand, because I mean, save and die effects kind of suck. But I've always sort of liked petrification as a progressive type of condition. Got a new gauntlet for Cecil. Increases our defense by quite a bit. Decreases our magic defense a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna stick with the gold ring because it does give us more gold, and with the blood drinker, what's that called? Yeah, with the blood sword, Cecil restores so much hit points that its defense is not really something that's super necessary right now. See if we can take out this Needling Nocturne. It looks like they have changed the sleep effects that Edward has. Or not sleep effects, but the musical effects. I don't remember Needling Nocturne at all. Preemptive Strike. Dark, and that's just gonna knock these guys out. Tony says most of 5th edition is designed around early levels, but it feels like these monsters pose a greater threat than their numbers let on. I do mostly prefer playing Dungeons & Dragons at lower levels. Great, we found a save point, and a couple more. Yes. We will go ahead and save. And take out that turtle before he has the opportunity to poison us. Yeah, it does look like overall they have really made Edward a lot more functional. I mean, he's only died once. Normally by now he's kind of perpetually hidden at the beginning of every battle. Alright, so I think this is our antlion fight. See if they've made any changes to the antlion. We're just gonna run away from the creams. I don't care about 35 gold. This is the antlion nest. Ah! Worry not, the antlion is docile. Now to extract the sand ruby. Yeah, docile. Let's go, Rydia. Insert. Let's try Shiva. Wow, bursting ballad. That was actually really effective. But it does pretty good damage. Second time he's done bursting ballad. We can't use the Bane ability because that is going to Bane ability will automatically kill Cecil because we're using the blood sword. That was not a difficult fight at all. Rydia leveled up. Edward leveled up. Abilify. Received Sand Ruby. Edward. Can't be. Why did the antlion attack? tame creatures are becoming more aggressive. Must be a portent of some kind. Let's go cure Rosa. Yeah, so far I'm finding that some of the changes make the early game actually somewhat easier than it is in the core Final Fantasy IV. However, the difficulty is supposed to ramp up quite a bit as the game progresses, so see how that goes. The Mist Rage fight against the sort of second version of the Mist Dragon was pretty effective. That one was fairly challenging. Oni says, I've always loved the sound design of Final Fantasy IV. It is, yeah, the sound and the music of Final Fantasy IV are some of my favorite in the entire series. Wow. Hitting that one step random encounter thing. Harmony. Stone Homie says they did make it better. Yeah, they did. I've only seen the bursting ballad thing on boss fight, so I wonder if maybe that's some special programming they did for him to make him more useful in those types of battles. Simply because most of his, most of his crowd control type stuff is not going to work against most bosses. So if they put some sort of stipulation in there to make it so that his abilities target only, we already did that one, so that his sing ability only does damage against bosses. Why, but that critical hit just gave me a weird headache. Cursed. I don't actually remember what Curse does. Don't homie, do you know? I don't remember what the Cursed ability does. Or even if Cursed is in the actual game. It doesn't persist after battle, though. Oni says Final Fantasy 4 and 6 are the only Final Fantasy games I really had any experience with, and both have excellent style that you don't really see in games anymore. That is true. Final Fantasy 5 is up there too, though. It's a little more, I don't want to say cartoony, but okay, Curse blocks magic. Got it. I don't want to say that it's more cartoony than the other two, but I guess it's a little bit more lighthearted. Probably the best way to say it. Don't Homie says, 2 great games to introduce people into the series. So they really are probably some of my favorites. Although, you know, I guess I'm just kind of one of those... I feel like you should probably play the series in order. Especially with the remakes and stuff that they've done for Final Fantasy 1. It's a lot more approachable than it was back in the day. The Tritok Rod does if we use it. I've never done that. Nice. Well, that's impressive. Turtle fell asleep. Tony says, I've heard great things about 9 as well, but I haven't really seen enough of it to know. I really liked 9. It, in a lot of ways, it was kind of a throwback to the style, not graphically, but story-wise. It was a nice throwback to the style of the Super NES Final Fantasies. After, you know, Final Fantasy 7 and 8, which both had more of a modern style to them. Stone Homie says, not MP, reduces attack and defense by 1/2. Okay. I have a feeling that's going to be a lot more dangerous later on. Okay, let's go and heal up Rosa. Rosa! Use the sand root? Yes. The light of the sand ruby shone over Rosa. Huh? Oh, Cecil. Rosa. They said you died in the earthquake it missed. I didn't believe it, so I set out after you. Sorry I worried you. I have a question. Who is Golbez? The king invited him to lead the Red Wings in your absence, but his majesty is no longer the man he once was. It seems that he's Golbez's puppet in this crusade for the crystals. The water crystal of Mysidia is already in his hands. Next are the other 3. Damcian's fire crystal, Fabul's wind crystal, and Troya's earth crystal. The fire crystal's already lost. Who are you? He's Edward, Prince of Damcian, and this girl is Rydia of Mist. Nice to meet you. You okay now? Yes, thanks to you and Edward. The Damcian has already been waylaid. And the next target is Fabul. Cough, cough. Rosa, you rest here. We'll go to Fabul. Traveling there means scaling Mount Hobs. The trail is covered in thick ice this season. Rydia, can you cast fire? No, I can't. As a caller, this most basic of black magic should be simple for you. Cough, cough. Rosa, please, save your strength. Do you honestly expect to go very far without a white wizard? Cecil, Rosa wants to be with you. Can't you see? Fine, we'll be together. But the hour grows late. At least rest one more night. Okay. White Wizard Rosa joined the party. Stone Homie says, the Earth Fiend used to spam it in the OG version. Oni, ah yes, Mystic Mysidia. That night. Trial Fan says, hey Wobble, I'm on a break from hanging Christmas lights, so I'll be popping in and out on the stream. Hi Trial Fan. I always love this scene. Edward's harp song is just really, really fun. Anna, miss you. It's a monster. Edward. Anna? Let's fight. and be strong. Blinded me. Try singing and see if Blasting Ballad will... Yep, there it goes. Bursting Ballad. Grr, arg. Trial Fan says, remember to give a like for Wobble. Yes, please like the video, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. You can also hit the little notification bell, and you'll get a notification every time I go live. Edward, I must go. Anna, please, don't leave me. Protect the crystals and share your love with the world as you did with me. I don't know how, but Anna, I'll make you proud. Stone Homie says, be strong is a tall order for Edward. And, okay, OG Edward, yes. But, like, we're nuking guys left and right with Bursting Ballads. So, I gotta give them credit. They did a lot better for this one. So you're Cecil. Take good care of Rosa. Glad you're well again. Drop by here if you ever come back to Kaipo. Let's see what we need to equip Rosa with. We need to change some rows around because Rosa stays in the background as well. Has 50 fire arrows, a wooden bow. Which we don't have any better bows for her at this point. And we don't really have anything better for equipping her either. Is there not a sort function? I guess you have to manually sort. Stone Homie says, I'm gonna slander Edward nonstop. It's personal. You know, sometimes it just be like that. Back to Cecil. Let's see. Anything else that we can buy or use? I don't know what the grimoire does. Tell us. Costs 10,000 gold though, which is more than we have right now. I think there's any better bows available at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and buy our arrows though, in case we need them. One of the few Final Fantasies where if you have a character with a bow, they actually have to manage ammunition. We have defeated the Sand Lion, and now we are going to head to Mount Fabul. If I can remember how the hell to get there. I feel like this is not the way. Maybe it is. Ah, I guess it is. Oni says, ugh, ammo. Only time that's acceptable is firearms, in my opinion. Man, even in Final Fantasy VII, though, you've got several characters that use firearms, so they don't have to worry about ammunition. Cast fire, Rydia. Rydia, you can do it. No, I hate fire. It's because Mist was destroyed by fire when... Listen, Rydia, you're the only one who can melt this ice. Can't get to Fabul. Even more people will be hurt. Please, Rydia, show me that courage again. Fire. AV64 Dancer, it's good to see you again. In Tactics, you don't use ammo, just this game, and in Mystic Quest, I guess. Yeah, I do think Mystic Quest, I think in Mystic Quest you had ammo as well. It's been ages since I played that game, so I don't really remember, but I want to say you're right about that. There are 2 doors here. One of them leads to a chest. The other one. Fire is always effective against undead. Is that for the souls? Forgot about that. Not helpful. Stone Homie says play Mystic Quest next. I probably would. I actually really adore the music in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Comet Concerto. I'm sorry, Stone Homie. You're gonna have to take back everything you've ever said against Edward. It's like the easiest game ever made. It is easy, but the music is really fantastic. It's got some of the best music of the entire series. Obtained 870 gold. Ever. I don't remember the original Edward ever dropping comments on people, so I've selected the hill I'll be dying on. Received arrow mote. Oh no, he's up there. I don't want to go up there yet. Bursting Ballad. The Bursting Ballad does not only affect bosses, affects other creatures. And Edward hides, which means you can't heal him. That sounds about right. I always hated the souls. So it seems like Prey might be a regen effect now. I don't remember if it was a regen effect before. Yeah, it is a regen effect. Edward leveled up. So did Cecil. Okay, so we're gonna run back down this way. Spray bombs and bombs. These guys, I seem to remember, are weak against ice, I think. Not really. That might have been a bad idea. It's been a really long time since I played the Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy IV. So the layouts of things are a lot different in the 3D remake. I'm a little lost as far as like where I need to go. Gaia gear. Black armor. Gargoyles. Hey, cockatrices, just like we were talking about. Beetling Nocturne, which doesn't really do much. Whirlwind. Oni says, one thing I love about classic games like the older Final Fantasies and Phantasy Star is that you don't have to interact with the shops at all if you don't want to. You can find all the good gear. Yeah, for the most part. A lot of times, gear that you find is superior to the things that you can find in the shops, although sometimes the stuff in the shops can benefit you. Thunder. It's more fun to throw money at monsters. What's his name? Setzer in Final Fantasy VI actually has an ability to throw gold at monsters and deal damage to them. Skeletons. Bursting Ballad. I really like that ability. Wow. Alright, Stone Homie, come on, man. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we need to get rid of the Blood Blade. We took damage from attacking. Why did I just do that? Aim. That's what I meant to do. There's a materia in Final Fantasy VII that lets you do it too. Yeah. If this is your first time watching the stream, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I stream Final Fantasy IV Ultima on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday evenings, I do Sunday Night NES, which I didn't do last week because things were just not doing great with my epilepsy, but hopefully tomorrow we will be good for that. Oni says, toss a coin at your witch, she'll die. Stone Homie says, 2 away from 150 subs. Am I really? I know that the last stream has been very popular. Got another Flandango. Actually does decrease our attack power just a little bit, but I'm going to use it because the Bloodblade, against some of these undead creatures here, it actually deals damage to us. So that's a little dangerous. 1 now. Oh, did we pick up another subscriber? I've actually got an alert set for subscribers, but I guess it didn't pop up. I don't know what's up with that. Beetling Nocturne. I may have to see if I can figure out what's up with my alert, because I'm supposed to get an alert on screen whenever I pick up a new subscriber. It may only be for folks who have their, you know, you can set your subscriptions to private on YouTube, and I've noticed that I don't get notifications for things like that, so. So whoever you were that subscribed, thank you. Heathen, yep, I just subscribed. Thank you so much. How are you doing, Heathen? Welcome to the stream. We are playing Final Fantasy IV Ultima, which is a ROM hack of Final Fantasy. It adds a whole bunch of new bosses. It adds a bunch of new items. Supposed to add side quests and areas and all sorts of stuff. So it changes the game quite a bit, but for the most part, it's supposed to keep the storyline intact. Comet Concerto. That works really well. Ethan says, very well, thank you. How's everyone's Saturday going? I am having a great morning. I actually have the window open because it is a really nice day outside and it is very, very sunny. Got an iron sword. Iron sword, dude. Wow, that provides a lot of additional damage. Common iron blade. It is made of metal, which becomes important later on. Final Fantasy. Ethan says Final Fantasy IV was my favorite Final Fantasy for many, many years. I have to admit that it is honestly my favorite in the series. I really enjoy a lot of the other games. I really love Final Fantasy VI. I love Final Fantasy VII. But Final Fantasy IV has my heart. Edward, a monk. Yeah. Hiya! Dang. I think one of the things that I love so much about Final Fantasy IV is that characters have such unique abilities. You know, they're not reliant on things like limit breaks or anything like that. They just have their own powers. we are no longer using the Bloodblade, we should be able to use Bane. Let's use Shiva. Going to use Protect on Edward because otherwise he will probably die. Focus. Focusing power. Salve. Zone Homie says another person of taste and class, I see. Very true. Zone Homie says it's the first time they did real character work in the series, and it shows. Yeah, that is very true. Because earlier games, you know, Final Fantasy 1, you just had silent protagonists who didn't say anything. Final Fantasy 2 did have fairly, I mean, it had some character design, but not a whole lot. It's gonna blow. Final Fantasy 3 was the introduction of the job system, so the characters weren't very, didn't have a ton of character work. Boom. I should have used magic there. Come on, Cecil. Stay alive. Oh, he's dead. Oh well. Ah, and Edward gets the killing blow, Stone Homie. Look at that. Out of everyone that could have finished that fight, it was Edward. The monk says, "Thank you, I am Yang, the High Monk of Fabul. We were training when they attacked. We were on our way to Fabul. Golbez is using Baron to get crystals. That means they're after the Wind Crystal as well. No doubt. Damsian has already been their victim, and we're helpless. Only students remain in the castle. Golbez must have sent those monsters to distract you while they're assaulting Fabul." Stone Homie says, "You set it up that way. Scripted, I say." Don't tell my secrets, Stone Homie. Then they'll arrive at any minute. This is our problem. Thank you for the warning, but that's where you're wrong. I'm the Prince of Damsian. Cecil and I were citizens of Baron, and this girl was one of the many victims of our kingdom's recent attacks, which I have personally led. You have your own reasons, I see. Would you aid us? Cecil, of course. Fabul is east over the mountain. Let's go. High Monk Yang joined. Stone Homie says, "Just wait till we get to the throne room and he trips. Then I'll be the one laughing." All right, let's heal everybody up. You're just jealous because your Edward is not nearly as cool as mine. Oh, there was a save point here. Could have just used a tent instead of wasting all of those potions, but, you know, whatever. Let's check out Yang's equipment. Fire claws. Go ahead and give him a leather hat. And give him a pair of leather gloves. And save. I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons that I really love Final Fantasy IV is that you can have 5 characters in your party. And as far as I know, no other game in the series has done that. At least in the mainline series. So if you defeat the gray bombs quickly enough, they don't have time to explode on you. Yang, why'd you miss? Stone Homie says, one of my favorite parts is later on when you get an old man that looks like a mop when he dies. Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly the character that you're talking about, and he does. He just kind of melts into a puddle. Yang! Uh-oh. Gilgamesh? Hey, you! Hand over your weapons. Now! I am slightly disappointed here. For one simple reason. Gilgamesh, who does not normally appear in this version of Final Fantasy IV, he turned Edward into a toad. Gilgamesh has his own music, Battle on the Big Bridge, and they are not using Battle on the Big Bridge. And wow, he is kicking my tail right now. Buildify works on everybody. Okay, let's try to get some of this stuff working here. Go ahead and use Protect on herself. Ah! Is that all you've got? Your weapons stink. You gonna run away? I don't think he's gonna run away. He does! He runs away! Oh. Edward, what was that? Looks like he dropped something because he left in such a hurry. Received thief knife. Okay, that was nice. I do wish that they had used Battle on the Big Bridge for his music. Knife of Mugging. Chance to steal when you use it. Cecil, Kane, Rydia, and Edward can all use it. You know what? Just to irritate Stone Homie some more, We're gonna give Edward the thief knife and see if we can make him start stealing stuff. We need to abilify on Yang. But he's pretty decent health. That was a nice little homage. Gilgamesh first appears. Oh, we just got Lamia harp though. Gilgamesh first appears in Final Fantasy V, and from there he becomes sort of a recurring character in the series. Some games he's a boss, in some games he's a summon. So there's just different ways that he shows up. Bursting Ballad, dealing tons of damage and killing all 3 monsters in a single blow because Edward is kicking tail. Sorry, Stone Homie, you're gonna have to start apologizing. Oni says they may use that track during the last time you encounter him. They probably will, unless there's just some sort of limitation with the ROM hack that prevents you from being able to change the music. I don't know if that's the case, but if they are able to incorporate music from other games, that would be really cool too. Trial Fan says, "Little bunny foo foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice or I'll turn you into a toad." Stone Homie says he'll be gone soon, don't worry. Edward becoming my goat. And then he can't hurt us anymore. Oh, don't say such mean things against Edward. Imp captains and imps. Boom. Them out quickly. Edward leveled up. Imp Captain. Gatlingers. Oh, that's right. We could try to steal stuff. Let's see. Yeah, his agility is really, really fast. Lost eyesight. Paralyzed. Wow, the thief knife does all kinds of cool stuff. Didn't steal anything, though. Oh, well. Preemptive strike. Ah, you can use the Tritok Rod against all of the enemies at once. That's cool. Doesn't do much damage when you split it, though. Comet Concerto. Yeah, I noticed that. We're gonna go down and check that out because I do not remember there being a cave down in this area before. Oh, we can't get to it though. That looks like we're gonna have to come back when we have the airship. Yeah, because there's no way to get to that cave yet, so we'll have to come back to that one. Tony says, I wonder if Secret of Mana has any ROM hacks like this. I'd love to find out. My favorite RPG just got better. There is a pretty robust ROM hacking scene for these old Super Nintendo games. A lot of the games start off just doing like bug fixes and stuff like that. But it's always possible that there are. I'm not familiar with any about Secret of Mana, but that might be something I'll look into. There is a website that collects a lot of these ROM hacks and stuff. I can't remember the URL right off the top of my head, and I don't want to say it just because some of those sites can be a little sketchy. But if I find it again, I will drop a link on Blue Sky sometime soon. Tony says, yeah, I found out there's like 3 major ROM hacks that I'll be looking into. You know, ROM hacks they're one of those things that sometimes they can be really imbalanced. This one seems like it is very well balanced. Stonehomie says that place was new too, the place in the mountains. I'm guessing that the cave connects to that spot in the mountains. That's my guess. Although I'm not sure, because why would it? If you can only reach it by the airship, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So, I don't know. We'll have to find that out later on in the game. We're going to go ahead and use a tent and save, because there is very quickly a scene coming up. I am going to unequip beef knife and trade it out with the lamia harp. Fabul Castle. Sir Gang, are you unharmed? I always like the music in this castle too. Sir Yang! I'll say the same thing. Our main forces are gone. Oh, that's right. We need to sell off some stuff because we are starting to run out of base here. Actually, extra torch. I forgot about that. If there's anything new to buy here. Get an Ice Claw and a Thunder Claw for Gang. Buckler. Interesting. And everyone can equip the Buckler. That's rare. We'll buy a couple of those, just in case. Go ahead and drop. I want Ice Claw. Give Edward Buckler. Can he use the Buckler and the Harp? Does appear he can. That's cool. Some more items. You want to go ahead and get some more potions. You chew through them pretty quickly, as well as heals. Your bag is full. Sort it out first. They're not in a way to auto sort. That sucks. There's not a way to auto sort. Oh, wait, yeah, there is. Down at the bottom. How do I... Oh, okay. That worked. Got it. Cool. Got 3 tents. I need to get a couple more of those. Ethan says, I gotta run. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for the subscription, and thank you for hanging in there with us at Heathen. Glad to have you join. I will be streaming again this game next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I don't know why I just did the inn, considering that we used a tent just outside of town, but, you know, sometimes we don't pay attention to what we're doing. Sure, Yang. I think they kind of copped out on some of the NPCs here. Arctic Wind. Got an elf cloak. Elf cloak too. Cast shell and protect. That's nice. Hi, Heathen. This is the infirmary. It's a naming way. Hi, honey. Yang, this is my wife. Sheila, this is Cecil. He saved my life. Thanks a ton. Yang's wife becomes very important later on. Not gonna spoil that, but Sometimes says, I think so too, a fun chance to mess with the dialogue. Considering that they does seem like they've kind of retranslated some stuff in this version. Yeah, I do think they could have done a little bit more with the cards. I'm meditating. I heard you were ambushed at Mount Hobs. Are you okay, sir? It's another dancer who turns into a monk. Hiya! Hiya! That's what? That's the third or fourth dancer that we've seen so far. Beat them up, Sir Yang. We're safe in the castle. The tent. These are the king's quarters. Any new down this way? Guess not. Yang, you've returned. Your Majesty, the Kingdom of Baron will soon mobilize their air force to seize the Wind Crystal. A man named Golbez is behind this. These heroic souls have come to warn us. And they are? Your Majesty, with all due respect, we have no time for this. The castle's defenses must be tightened immediately. But you're one of Baron's Dark Knights. How can I trust you? They came to my aid when all seemed lost. Please, trust us. I'm glad to see you again, Your Highness. Oh, Prince Edward. How fares Damsian? It is in ruins. The Red Wings destroyed it, stole the fire crystal, and killed my parents and my beloved. Would you let the same thing happen to Fabul? I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Will you help us defend our crystal? Yes. They're all outstanding combatants. I asked to take them to the fore. Very well. I leave the battle in your hands. Miss, you're a white wizard, yes? Would you and the young girl kindly aid our healers? Certainly. Let's prepare. Cecil. Take care. You too. Rydia, watch over Rosa for me. Here they come. Have at them. Captain, attack. So this is sort of a repeat of the battle that we had in the Kaipo Inn. And if we take out the captain first, he won't run away. But that's not going to happen because Edward just... Oh, I guess it is going to happen. Never mind. The Red Wings! Oh no, they're bombing the castle. We won't last against the airships. Retreat! Sorry I dragged you into a hopeless fight. I told you, this war is not yours alone, and we haven't lost yet. Edward, leveled up. Good game. That was flashy. King has already taken refuge with the women and children. All that's left is to draw the enemies near. And crush them! I like the way Yang thinks. Bursting Ballad. Just wrecking everything. Edward, we can't hold here any longer. I mean, I don't know. We're doing pretty good, so I don't know why we have to keep retreating. The door is locked. We must hold this ground, for the crystal is upstairs. What are you doing? It's betrayal! The gargoyle. Octomamm says, we got our first drive-through RPG ratings on our From the Village vaults. 2 3 out of 5s. It's nice to know people downloaded and thought enough to leave a rating. It's hard to get feedback. Yeah, you know, anytime you stick yourself out there, it's always tough. I haven't had a chance to look at those works. Did they say anything, or did they just leave a rating on them? You know, sometimes feedback is legitimate stuff you need to work on, and sometimes feedback is, you know, a little off base and doesn't really fit your vision of product that you're trying to put out there. So we have 10 viewers at the moment, so hello to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Retreat to the crystal room. Oh no! It's Edward. Bell. Tony says, Stone Homie says just the rating, but still. You know, don't take that stuff too seriously. You know, obviously there may be some things that you need to work on the product, but at the same time, you know, ratings are kind of one of those iffy things because everybody rates things in a different perspective. Tony says, is drive-through RPG worth putting content on? I've considered it while making Man and stuff because I'd like to work towards getting funding for eventual book publishing. Kane. It's been a while, Cecil. Kane, you're alive! Please, join the fight. I'd planned on it. Draw your sword. Kane? One-on-one. Just you and me, Cecil. Oh, no. Kane? What happened? He got me. You're one of Golbez's. I'll put you out of your misery. Stop! No! Rosa! Kane, why? Don't look at me like that. Forget yourself, Kane. Golbez's music is so fun. Golbez! So you are Golbez, and you are Cecil. So we finally meet. Have a greeting gift. Cecil, no! That's enough. Take the crystal. Yes, sir. No, Kane. Rosa, don't. Is this woman important to you? I see. We shall meet again. I'll take her as a token of this promise. Come, Kane. You had a narrow escape, Cecil. Wait! Rosa. I love that scene. Cure! Thanks, Rydia. Rosa was taken. And the crystal. Rosa. Come on. Rosa's all right. And we could take back the crystal too. That's right. It's time to repay my debt. Let us heal our wounds and come up with a strategy. Thank you. King was wounded. He's resting in his room. Hermes. Keep a silk web and a decoy. You must be weary. Please rest. King was on this? No. On the other side. Left side is Yang's. The king used to be the high monk. This is nothing to worry about. We need to take action, but for now, rest. It's good that our town is walled. We're an attack. If we had an airship, we might have won. I wish I could use white magic as well as Rosa. They even had monsters on their side. Golbez. So you kept him safe. Thanks. Not only me, but Fabul as well. Are you okay? Yep. A soldier came up, but I whacked him with my pan. Dreadful. Y'all must be tired. Please rest here. We must rescue Rosa, but we need an airship. Baron is the only country that has them. So the question is, how do we get there? Baron's main power is the Red Wing. Its marine force is relatively weak. Let's travel by sea. I will ask His Majesty for a ship. He'll consent to our plan. Who was that dragoon? Kane. He was my best friend. Together, we swore to take down Baron. I see. I'm sorry. I see. Yang, go with them. You owe Cecil much. A ship will be arranged soon. Cecil, take this blade. A dark knight left it here long ago. But remember, a dark sword will never truly conquer you. Received, Deathbringer. Go to the harbor to the east as soon as you're ready. The ship is ready as soon as you're set. If Golbez acquires all the crystals, the world will face an unprecedented crisis. But Cecil with his new Deathbringer sword, which ups his abilities a lot. Save our game. And the ship. Honey, fight bravely for me. Yes, dear. You all too. Yes, ma'am. Take care. Don't worry. You're Cecil. I've heard of your feats. Make this ship your home. It won't take long to reach Baron. Let's sail. Raise anchor. Aye. What's the plan after we reach Baron? Let's find Sid. He's an expert airship. He's an airship expert. I hope he's okay. Are you cold? You're shivering. Fine. Looks like we've got company. Watch out! This is new. Ooh. Oh, elect fish. I guess I shouldn't do that. Oh, that's kind of neat. They took out the drums for this version of the track, removing it as a symbol of non-foot pathing. Everyone okay? New island. More monsters. Stand guard. Yeah, this whole sequence is a lot different because you normally do not encounter any monsters through here. Can't believe you would cheer Edward taking damage and getting knocked unconscious like that. Holy crap, Yang did a lot of damage there. What the? It's a whirlpool. He says, I mean, oh no. It can't be. Is it him? The Lord of the Seas. It's Leviathan. Stop screaming and write it out, you buffoons! Huh? Rydia! Yang leaps overboard to save her. Ah! Edward! Where am I? Rydia! Edward! Yang! Guess I'm alone. And that, my friends, is where we are going to end this session of Final Fantasy IV Ultima. This has been a really fun session. We took out the Antlion and rescued Rosa. Edward turned into a complete and total badass, despite Stone Homie's objections. We defeated the Mom Bomb and rescued Yang, and then we failed to protect the crystal at the Kingdom of Fabul. So we have now attempted to reach Baron by sea, but have been waylaid. So when we play this game again next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, we will see what happened to Cecil and see if he can get his bearings and figure out where he is and what happened to his friends. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I've had a blast. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing Sunday Night NES. We'll be continuing our Dragon Warrior Dragon Quest run, and then probably playing a couple of other games, probably some Mega Man or something like that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you guys later. It has been a fantastic Saturday morning, and I hope you guys all have a fun and a safe weekend. This is Wobble Rocket, signing out.